Hello race fans and welcome. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you may have noticed I've been gone for a while. That's because I've been directing my attention at something I'm going to call my rookie irating challenge. Whilst, in all honesty, I'm not a complete rookie, until this series of videos I've only been playing iracing for around a year, with me only being active for around half of that, with less than 70 race starts across all classes in 2024. In that time I've raced the MX5, getting a best result of second, the Formula V getting 2 fortunate race wins, one at Summit Point and the other at Lime Rock, but my first ever race win came on the ovals in the mini stock at Charlotte, in slightly controversial circumstances when I made contact with a lap car on the very last lap approaching the finish line. I still feel a bit guilty about this one. It's the ovals where I'm going to be picking it back up. So last season I aimed to complete in every race week for the first time in the rookie street stock class, with the sole aim of trying to improve my irating from the dismal 1130 I started at. My aim by the end was to be above 1500 irating. This is how it went. For the first week we're back at Charlotte, this time in the street stock. Charlotte of course being where I got my very first iracing win. But we got off to a strong start with me qualifying second and managing to keep position at the race start. Things got better, I was then able to take the lead at the end of lap 3. On lap 6 I lost the lead as the number 7 gets a good run of me taking the inside line. This pushes me up high, allowing the number 2 to take third, quickly followed by the number 9, dropping me out of the podium positions. As the top 4 now have pulled away from the rest of the pack, when on lap 10 a little love tap between the 2 cars ahead allows me to move up a position into third. The very next lap I get a very good run on the number 2 and take second place. On the next lap though I'm back down to third after the number 9 gets a good run on me. This battle continues all the way until lap 15, when minor contact between the leaders allows me to sweep down the banking, taking the lead. I hold on to the lead until lap 18, when the number 7 gets on my inside and a little bit of contact sent me up high, giving the number 2 second place. I take second back the next lap, and with 1 lap to go set my target on the win. I chase the leader down the back straight, trying to draft him as best I can, staying in his slipstream, hoping to get a run into him going into the corner. I lose her back a little bit going into the last corner of lap 19, which was ultimately to end in disaster. The number 2 makes contact with my rear, sending me into a spin and on a one-way ticket to a big hit on the pit barrier, ending my race. This put me from a possible win and almost a guaranteed podium position down to 7th place with a 21 loss in irating, putting me on a low 1109. Terrible start to the week. For my second race of the week I needed a good result to recover from a loss of irating in my first race. I made this difficult by qualifying further down the order in 7th, but I did manage to get a good start, moving up to 6th and gaining another place by a car disconnecting, putting me into 5th. On lap 2 I'm holding on to the tail end of the lead pack and I'm able to move up into 4th, making a good start to my recovery drive. In lap 4 I get a little too good a run of a car ahead and make contact with the number 7. This results in me losing speed and being rear-ended, sending me off the track into the infield. I am able to keep it in a straight line, but make a complete mess of my rejoin, sadly ruining the race for another driver. Sorry about that one. Fast forward into lap number 9 now, and I'm lining up an overtake, when I get clipped from behind, putting me into a spin, resulting in me having to pit because of damage. If you ask me, this is karma for my earlier messy rejoin. The race ended with me in P8 with a further loss of irating, ending the week on 1109, my lowest ever irating. My safety rating also took a hit dropping me from 3.52 down to 3.43. So all in all, not a good start to the season at my irating challenge, leaving me in a worse place than where I started. If you made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing for more and to see if I can turn things around next week. Thanks for watching, and on to the next one.